Hey everybody. So I had someone ask me to make a video about my symptoms leading up to my diagnosis. So I'm going to make a video about that. Probably a year and a half leading up to my diagnosis, I was having symptoms. I was tired all the time. I was constantly nauseous, a lot of times throwing up in the mornings. I couldn't, drink. That would make me sick. I just was feeling really run down pretty much all around. And it kind of became very frustrating because I didn't know what was wrong with me. And it kind of became a normal for me to feel so horrible and run down. And that became my norm. So I didn't know if there was something wrong with me or not. I was having severe nausea, which turned, into night sweats here and there. I went to a bunch of different doctors. I was having also horrible cystic acne. I changed my diet. I went paleo, cut out gluten and dairy completely. That helped my nausea a little bit, so I thought maybe it did have something to do with my diet. I also went to, a rheumatologist, had blood work done, all of that stuff, but I never had any chest x-rays or CT scans or anything like that. So, they kind of just chalked it up to me having kind of emotional distress and the fact that the diet was helping, my nausea also kind of made people think that it had something to do with, my diet or the dairy and the gluten, and, I was emotionally distressed because of the loss of my sister, and maybe that was affecting my health, and it kind of turned into this thing like you're making yourself sick, and it was felt like the blame was being put on me for the symptoms I was having, which became very frustrating to me and also a little insulting because it made me feel like people were essentially saying, you're doing this to yourself, and, I don't want to use the C word, crazy, but essentially it felt like that. So all of a sudden in February, I got this lump on my neck. I knew it was a swollen gland, but usually when you're sick, you get swollen glands right here. This wasn't there. It was a big swollen gland right here on my neck. And it didn't hurt or anything. It was just noticeably there. I went to an urgent care clinic because I live in Boston. I did not have a PCP out there at the time. And the doctor told me, you have lymph nodes in your whole body. It's probably just a swollen lymph node. You're fighting something. He said, but if you do come back, if it's still swollen in 6 weeks, definitely come back. We'll take a biopsy of it. So to me, I'm like, pray to God it's not still swollen in 6 weeks. Don't know, don't want to have to go through that. So over 6 weeks later, it was still there. I've been telling my parents about it. I've been telling my boyfriend about it, my friends, making them feel it. I'm not crazy. It's still there. So then I felt other little nodules popping up, and that's what really alarmed me. I said, Mom, I need to get a PCP out in Boston. I need a doctor. I need to not go to an urgent care clinic. I need to go to a doctor. Just something in me was like, I need to go. So, I was having horrible symptoms of night sweats. I was having the nausea. I mean, it was pretty much, the symptoms were there. And the lump in my neck was very significant. So I finally got a PCP out there. She immediately ordered a chest x-ray. She immediately ordered, a CT scan. And I feel like she knew from the beginning exactly what it was. We were hoping it was a virus. We were just hoping for the best. And, when she did kind of bring up cancer, I was like, how, it couldn't be that, there's no way, and my mom and I, till the very end, even up till we were in the oncology office, was hoping it was this crazy virus, candida, anything. So anyways, I got a biopsy done of on a lymph node over here. I had many swollen lymph nodes at this point. So they stuck a needle that was probably this long in my neck. I was so terrified. I was like a baby crying before a shot. And they took 7 samples of tissue out of this lymph node. And the test came back inconclusive. So the hope was still there that it was a virus. My doctor called me after that and said, we're going to have to remove a lymph node surgically because the test came back inconclusive. And I was like, you must be kidding me. There's no, like, I thought that the biopsy was for sure. You took 7 samples. I mean, how could, I have to go through this surgery? So anyways, went through the surgery pretty much the next day, and by literally the next day after I had the surgery, they said it was going to take, at least 5 days to diagnose. The next day, I was in an oncology office and had the preliminary results, which my mom was very excited about. They already have the preliminary results. It must, we'll be able to find out. So, my doctor scheduled an appointment with an oncologist. She said it was a just-in-case appointment. So it was all just very strange to me. We went into the office. I could not believe I was there. I was angry. I wanted someone to tell me why I was there. No one had been telling me anything. So just sitting there, and I was talking to the nurse practitioner, and she, I was just saying, she was asking me a question. I said, I just want to know why I'm here. Why am I here? I don't know why. Someone needs to tell me something. And then the doctor came in and, told me I had Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I had no idea what that was. I didn't know how severe it was. I didn't know if I was going to die. I didn't know, what was going to happen. I just, I started asking, questions. I started sweating. I mean, I can remember, like, right here, I was just sweating just profusely. And I was asking, am I going to lose all my hair? Yes. Am I, going through chemo? Yes. It's all a blur, really. And he sent me home with this book about Hodgkin's lymphoma. I really didn't want to know anything. All I wanted to know was I was going to be okay. And I asked him that probably 8 times. Am I going to be okay? Are you lying? Is there a good chance I'm going to make it through this? And he said yes. There's a very good chance. He said the treatments are, for this specific type of cancer are, very positive. So, I had a lot of hope, and I don't want to say poison my mind with the information and the negative information about the cancer, but I didn't. I know the power of the mind, and I know that, if I know the symptoms, I'm going to expect the symptoms. If I know the, bad outcomes of that certain people have gone through, I'm going to poison my mind with that. And I need to stay as positive as possible. So that's what I did from the beginning. I kind of didn't want to expose myself to that information, which a lot of people do. They want to know everything about it. They want to, know everything. And I really want to know as much as I need to know to get through it. But I don't need to know everything, and that's still how I feel. I know the chemo drugs that I'm on. I know certain side effects that I've had, but I'm not going to go searching for the side effects that are, potential side effects, because, like I said, then it might just happen, and I'll be expecting those side effects, and I don't need to do that to myself. So I am just trying to stay as positive as possible. That's pretty much my story that led up to me getting diagnosed. I was diagnosed on April 18th, and my lump was on sometime in February. So, and here we are. So, it's just been a crazy ride. I feel so grateful that I was able to be diagnosed, and, finally I found out what was wrong with me and why I felt so horribly for so long. And as crazy as it may sound, I actually feel better now than I did before I started the chemo, because it's actually working. It's actually killing the cancer that's in my body. And because of the cannabinoid therapy that I've been doing, that has been really helping my symptoms. I mean, I can't attribute it to anything else besides that. I feel better than I thought I would, and as long as I'm doing what the doctor is telling me to do and taking the precautions that I need to take, I am so confident that I'm going to get through this. And I hope that anybody who's watching that is going through the same thing, like, you're going to get through this. Be as positive as you can, because you have a choice in this. You have a choice to you know, help yourself as much as possible, and that means keeping a positive outlook, because that is half the battle here. If you can be positive and you can help your body heal in that way, and have your brain send those positive messages to the cells in your body, it really, really, really works, and your brain really communicates to those cells. So you have power here. You have so much power to help yourself through this process. You are not doomed. You are not, powerless. You are strong, and this is only going to make you stronger. And it makes me emotional talking about it, because obviously it's emotional, and I've been through so much, and I've been through an experience when my sister died that gave me no hope. I didn't have control over that. And this I feel much more control of, even though I didn't have the choice to get cancer, and but I have the choice of how I'm dealing with it, and so do you. You have the choice. And I just want, my videos to be a positive outlet for people going through similar things. And mainly, I want to communicate, if you feel like there's something wrong with your body and people are telling you you're pretty much essentially crazy, you are not. We are so intuitive. Oh my God, a bug just flew in my face. And we know when there's something going on with our bodies. We know. So fight for yourself and fight for your life and your body, and that's all you can do. So I hope that these videos, even though this is like 12 minutes and I feel horrible for rambling on for so long, if you've made it to the end, thank you. I really appreciate the support, and I hope that I'm at least touching one person with my story, because that's just all I want from this. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.